Hey, what's up, everybody? Price Black Culture Podcast. It's Monday night, and just want to give a huge shout out, man. I was talking to Willie about this earlier, to Simone Biles for doing something that I know is extremely difficult, especially on that stage that she's on, and that is to choose her mental health over winning a gold medal. If you don't know what happened, she actually um, pretty much pulled out of the gymnastics Olympic finals. And she's, I mean, the best in the world, highly rated as the best of all time. And everybody felt like that if she would have stayed in, her team probably would have won the gold, but that went to Tokyo. But she did something where she acknowledged that she just wasn't in a mentally good space. And I can only imagine being at that level, um, how the level of pressure that's on you. I mean, 206 countries, over 11,000 athletes on the world stage, an event that pretty much happens once every 4 years. So you don't really have time on your side. Age isn't really on your side, and the amount of pressure when everybody's expecting you to win and bring home the gold. What she does, and pretty much in almost every sport that competes, but especially hers, is very dangerous. You can seriously hurt yourself. You land the wrong way, you jump the wrong way, you flip the wrong way. That could actually be the end for you. And she caught that. And so she made the decision as the best in the world to pull out and say, look, I'm choosing my mental health over me winning a medal. Like, my mind is more important than just this event. And she told her team, not the biggest thing that I want to acknowledge is the fact that when she came back out, she encouraged her team to go out there and win. And she was on the side cheering them on as they were out there competing, even though she did not compete. So I just want to give a huge shout out to her. And I hope that this sort of sparks a lot more athletes to pay attention to their mental health, to choose their minds and the health of their minds over whatever sport that they're in. Because we know the mind is the most powerful thing that we have. The mind dictates what the body does. And, if your mind isn't right, body won't be right. And I'm not saying it's going to prevent injury, but at the same time, you being in a good space mentally gives you an edge to be able to go out there and compete. So shout out to her, man. Hopefully at that level, more awareness will be raised around the mental health of the competitors and whatever sport they're in and whatever country that they're in or that they're from. I know it's a huge thing to be able to win and to bring home that gold, and it's something that'll last forever. But at the same time, we don't last forever. So while we're here, and it's still Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of July. Hopefully we can all take a message from Simone, choose our mental health first, and everything else will follow. Price Black Culture Podcast. And on this exact note, I want to hear what my co-host, my partner, Willie, has to say about it.
Appreciate that, Price, man. First off, dog, I agree with pretty much everything you said, man. You touched on some great points. But the angle I want to go at it is, I think we need to stop and realize how dangerous the sport is that she plays. You talk about a sport of gymnastics that one false move or one missed move or anything in midair, you could break your neck. You know what I'm saying? You could seriously hurt yourself. So if she says she was not there mentally and she's dealing with mental health, I think we should take her by her word and we should just support her. I see a lot of people criticizing her because she stepped out. And my angle on this is, if it's a regular, if it's just a regular like competition, if it's not for the US, if it's not for gold, nobody would be saying nothing. And I think we know how certain people in this world feel about this country. They feel like she's turning her back on the country. They feel like she's not holding up her end of the bargain. Listen, I think that's bull, and I think we should respect her. If she feels that she's not there, then don't get up there. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. right now you're one of the best to ever do it. Look at everything she's overcome in her career. I read something where it said she battled with kidney stones. She overcame that. She was part of one of the biggest sexual assault cases in college history. She overcame that. So it's not like she can't overcome adversity, because a lot of people try to use that. Hey man, she is running from competition, this, that, and the third. No, man, that's not it. I think people we try to pick and choose when we want to take mental health serious, and we can't do that. Mental health, is not something that we have to pick and choose when we want to take it serious. We can't do that. We can't afford to do that. That's not right, and we know it's not. If someone says they're dealing with mental health, whether you believe them or not, you have to take that serious. You have to. So me, man, I'm proud of her. I salute her. Go get right. Go get yourself together. Go, cause listen, man. Athletes like Simone, athletes like Kevin Love, athletes like all these other athletes that come out and admit to having mental health issues and admit to having, problems mentally, they're doing so much for the generation coming forth, because a lot of the generation coming in now, they may feel like they don't have anyone to talk to. They may feel like they have to hold a lot of things in. I wish when I was younger, I had athletes to look up to, or family members, or anybody to look up to that said, hey, I deal with this. This is what I struggle with. So instead of criticizing her, man, we need to be praising her. We need to be praising all athletes that step out and say that they're dealing with mental health because they're helping a child that maybe feel like he doesn't have anyone to talk to, or maybe be embarrassed because they're dealing with things and they don't want to talk about it. So I salute her, man. I'm proud of her, and let's continue to support our people. And that's all I got, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Continue to be on the lookout for more trending topics. We got a lot we're gonna touch on. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at the Black Culture Podcast. Peace.